Hello, Formula One fans. Toto Wolff believes that Hamilton's adaptation to Ferrari will be smooth. Recently, many fans and experts have raised the question, will Lewis Hamilton, leaving Mercedes after 12 years of history, face difficulties when joining Ferrari? For Wolff, the head of Mercedes, this story is different, and more. The three major challenges still left in the 2024 season. Let's dive into the key battles on the grid that could shape the future of teams and drivers next year. Formula One news is buzzing, so don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the F1 news. Just hit the subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and no registration is required. This is F1 Fastline News, your go-to channel for daily Formula One updates. Let's get straight to the point. Today, we're going to talk about one of the hottest topics of the season, Lewis Hamilton and his much-discussed move to Ferrari. The seven-time world champion will face new challenges by joining the Maranello squad. But will he really struggle, as many suggest? According to Toto Wolff, the transition will be smoother than many expect. After 12 years of a partnership that made Formula One history, Hamilton decided it's time for a new chapter in his career. Many fans are still processing the fact that he's leaving Mercedes to drive for the legendary Ferrari. This will be the first time Hamilton races for a non-British team. And of course, this has sparked plenty of questions about how he'll adapt to the culture and environment at Maranello. But in Wolff's eyes, these concerns are overblown. I think many are saying it will be very difficult, Wolff said. But in reality, when people say something will be very hard, often the opposite happens. He explained that while the passion and emotion surrounding Ferrari are immense, that doesn't mean Hamilton won't quickly adapt to his new surroundings. He believes the Italian team and the British driver will find an efficient way to work together. Hamilton has already made it clear that he isn't fazed by other people's opinions. He stated earlier this year that he has no doubts about his choice to move to Ferrari and will continue to ignore the critics. "I've never questioned my decision, and I'm not influenced by others' comments," said the driver, confident about his new journey. Now, Wolff sees this moment as a new era for Mercedes as well. The young Italian driver, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, just 18 years old, has been chosen to replace Hamilton. For Wolff, Antonelli's arrival brings a fresh energy to the team, combining George Russell's experience with Kimi's youth. "Kimi will bring freshness and a new dynamic to Mercedes," Wolff said. However, he acknowledges that the young driver's learning curve will be steep, and there will be moments when Hamilton's experience will be missed by the team. Hamilton's move to Ferrari marks the start of a new phase in his career and the Formula One landscape. The big question is, will this change be what he needs to finally claim his long-awaited 8th world title? Shifting gears. Now let's talk about the top 3 battles left in the 2024 season. With 6 races to go, some things might seem settled, but there's a lot more at stake beyond the driver's title. Today, we'll dive into the most exciting duels still in play, which could define the fate of teams and drivers as we wrap up the year. Let's get to it. The first battle worth highlighting is the fight for first and second place in the Constructors' Championship. After Oscar Piastri's win in Azerbaijan and Lando Norris's victory in Singapore, McLaren took the lead in the Constructors' standings, with a 41-point advantage over Red Bull. That might seem like a comfortable lead, but with 6 races to go, nothing is guaranteed. What's interesting here is the contrast in form between the two teams. While McLaren has been on the rise since mid-season, with both drivers, Norris and Piastri, delivering strong performances, Red Bull is struggling with Sergio Perez's inconsistent form. The team still has Max Verstappen as its trump card, but relying almost entirely on him is not ideal when competing against a McLaren squad that has 2 sharp weapons on the grid. More than that, Red Bull is being pressured by Ferrari, which has closed the gap to just 34 points. This battle for second place promises to be intense until the last race. Ferrari has managed to fix most of the issues that hurt their mid-season performance, like the bouncing caused by updates to the car's floor. The same can't be said for Red Bull, which is still facing challenges with the RB20's balance, directly impacting Perez's performance. With Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz scoring consistently, Ferrari could be a thorn in Red Bull's side. If the Austrian team doesn't solve its problems quickly, they could even lose second place. The second battlefield unfolds in the middle of the pack, with Williams and Alpine locked in a fight for 6th place in the championship. Williams, which had a modest start to the season, has shown an impressive recovery, especially after the updates introduced at Zandvoort. These upgrades have breathed new life into the team, and Alex Albon, with his experience, has managed to take the car to Q3 in 3 of the last 4 races. Additionally, the introduction of Franco Colapinto to the team was a smart move. The young Argentinian has already scored 4 points in just 2 races, showing that he could be a key player in this season's final stretch. On the other hand, Alpine can't be counted out either. Under the leadership of Oliver Oakes, the team has shifted its approach, and technical chief David Sanchez is working hard to improve the car. Alpine's biggest challenge will be consistency, because while Williams seems to be on the rise, Alpine is struggling with stagnation and strategic errors. The fight between these two teams will be tight, and any mistake could be costly. And finally, we have the battle at the back of the pack involving teams like Sauber and Haas. Sauber in particular is in a critical situation, having not scored any points this season. With 18 races already in the books, the Swiss team seems to be falling further behind the pack, and their only hope might be a chaotic Grand Prix to try and score their first points. Meanwhile, Haas is also facing difficulties, but at least they've managed to score points on a few occasions and have a slightly more optimistic outlook compared to Sauber. These battles show that while the Drivers' Championship may be heading toward a predictable conclusion, the same can't be said for the other fights on the table. There's a lot at stake, and for some teams, these final races could mean the difference between millions of dollars or the chance to get more wind tunnel testing time for next year's car. The decision between choosing more money or more aerodynamic development time could shape key strategies, and the choices made now will have a direct impact on what we see in 2025. Additionally, another crucial factor that teams need to consider is the pressure to finish the season competitively and keep morale high for next year. Ending the championship on a strong note can boost the confidence of both drivers and engineers, creating a more solid foundation for 2025. However, focusing too much on 2024 and neglecting the development of the car for the next season could be costly in the long run. The balance between competing until the final race and preparing for the future will be key in determining who will come out on top in 2025. Now here's the question. What would you do if you were in charge of one of these teams? Would it be better to secure a higher position in the championship and earn a bigger financial bonus, or sacrifice a few million to gain more aerodynamic development time? It's a tough choice, and each team will have its own approach. Leave your opinion in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Here, we talk about Formula One without beating around the bush, with strong opinions and lots of information. Subscribe, hit the bell, and come be part of this passionate F1 fan community. If you liked this video, leave a like and share it with your fellow Formula One fans. Let's grow this F1 fan community together. See you next time, speeding towards victory.